the team, you have these guys just redo it.
Yeah, just start over. Whatever. All right, hi everybody. My name is Akira, and I'm here with Gray Mason from Ernst & Young. I am from IBM, and we're going to be casting a Protoss versus Zerg of Tukutz, the Ernst & Young Zerg in yellow, and AtomicUpdate, the IBM Protoss in the blue. So, what do you think of this matchup so far?
Well, I want to talk a little bit about Tukutz here. Or actually, Tukutz. His name is Tukutz.
I'm going to get this wrong every time.
I know, that's okay. If we can call him something different each time, that would actually be preferable. So Tukutz, he was in our very first matchup. Kind of came out of the gates and had a little rough showing and wants to redeem himself. And so he took a month off. He's been honing his skills, and he's ready to.
Oh, he took a month off. How did that work?
Well, we're about to find out.
So AtomicUpdate is a platinum player, and he tends to play very safe. I think his most common opening is not what he's doing currently, because he usually does a 3-gate robo, but I guess that's his PvP build. So right now it looks like he's probably going to Forge Fast Expand, which is the build I really like to do in PvZ because it gives you a lot of options, and it's a lot easier to wall off doing something like that and prevent run-bys than if you just try to do 3-gate and build out your ramp. That seems pretty dangerous.
Yeah. So, what does AtomicUpdate do for IBM?
AtomicUpdate is, I don't know. He's a software engineer, I think. I know he's in Tucson. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, so Tukutz, he's out of the Seattle office. He's in the assurance practice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when we got the lead together, I know a lot of the guys, because we sent out a message like IBM to the whole U.S., and there was a lot of folks out in Seattle that were super stoked, and actually Andrew played second, was also from the same office. So
that's great. Me and Zai are in Beaverton in Oregon area, and actually Tukutz is going for Hatch first, which is very risky against Forge Fast Expand. As in our practice game you saw before, I just started to cannon you. So.
Well, he got lucky with the scouting.
Yeah, he did. I guess if you don't see the scout, then then it doesn't really matter. But
you can still cause some problems.
Yeah, you can still start maybe something in this corner. Well, I guess this back area is a little too big, but he can still mess around and be annoying if he wants.
Yeah, we're about to find out. He's got the good overlord to at least see that he's getting cannon rush, which is, and you see the train coming down the tracks at you. Not that you can necessarily do anything about it.
Yeah, that stinks though when you don't scout them in time, because if you know the pool timing and you know the expansion timing, then you can make your nexus earlier or later. And right now he did the safest possible because he scouted last. So actually he's still being safe, which is interesting. Making 2 cannons. This is atomic, and now he's probably going to make his nexus. So very, very safe opening for atomic. No gases yet, and looks like Tukutz isn't mining gases. There he starts. So does he like to do speedling and take a third, or do you know what he likes to do against Forge Fast Expand?
I think he likes to win first. Forge Fast Expand. That's really his main strategy, is just to win. My wife and I was telling you before, my wife and I play, and we always started off with our playing 3s, and inevitably my wife and I are as a team, and they'll say, so what's the plan? And I took it from my wife that her answer was always just to kill was what she was typing. So
that's a good plan. I like
that's the best plan.
I always used to write I'm going to make Void Rays, and that would either be responded to by K, because people don't really care what you do, or what the heck, don't make Void Rays. Void Rays are terrible, and then they'll get mad at me when we lose. So I stopped playing 2v2 because Void Rays stopped being a good strategy. So it looks like Tukutz sees the expansion, he sees the photon cannon, and this is a relatively good position for Overlord, although it could be seen and picked off at some point. The problem with Forge Fast Expand is it's really hard to scout what the Protoss is going to do next. So he could go air from here, he could make like 7 gates and just push, whereas if we don't have enough information for Tukutz, he doesn't have very many options.
No. I mean, right now he's got a nice drone lead, which is always nice to see from my perspective. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit, I guess, here about like the ramifications of what this means. You have a 4-0 IBM team that very kindly sat their masters, except for Zai coming up in Game 4, who elected to go random. And then you have a 1-3 UI team that if we can manage to steal a win, or if Zappos wins over AMD, we'll get to secure a solid 4th place and make it an epic free-for-all. So
right.
I try to put a lot of pressure on all the guys that you absolutely must win. This is the most important match of the entire season.
Yeah, and in fact, you're probably going to behead the losers, right? Because that's...
I mean, unless you win the... Yeah, we have to win this and then a free-for-all to avoid the kiddie pool, which, you know...
Well, it's pretty good odds that you guys are going to win and win the free-for-all, because free-for-alls are pretty easy. All you got to do... All I used to do was make Reapers back in the day, free-for-alls. That was really fun.
Yep. So now some interesting developments, actually. We got the Spire going up. We got Tukutz looking to get his 3rd. And Atomic starting to catch up a little bit on... actually passed him up on drones. There might be a little bit of a window here. Yeah,
but this is a little scary. At least going Spire against... Gateway play should be pretty safe, as long as he gets a bunch of stalkers. Although the Overlord scouted pretty much everything, so... Tukutz has pretty good information, and what Atomic needs to do in this situation is probably get Blink and probably make more gates. Right now he's light on how much he can spend. Let's see. You play Zerg, right?
I do. I try.
Do you like going Spire against Protoss? Because I hate playing against players that go Spire. I make my build purposely to make Spire play less effective.
Yeah, I do. I like the notion of get as many bases as you can, throw down some spines, which he's just starting to build one, and then just never attack and or to harass. But we're about to see some action, maybe.
Yeah, this won't be very effective, and actually Atomic is overextending a little bit. There's a 9 Mutalisk right about to pop, and with all these Zerglings, this little ragtag group could be easily taken out. So a little worried about Atomic here.
And it's interesting because I'm not worried at all.
You're not worried at all about Atomic? You just kind of want him to lose, actually.
I'm rooting against him. I'm not going to lie. I want your entire team to lose miserably.
That's really surprising, actually. I thought you'd be rooting us on as the opponent team. All right, so here comes the Mutalisk Harass, and this is not good. Some pretty quick warp-ins, and some Mutalisks taken out. 2 Mutalisks actually taken out. So actually, wasn't that much damage done. Good reaction time by Atomic, and that is quelled. But he is making an Immortal, so hopefully he doesn't keep making those.
Yeah. Immortals are not the best response to Mutalisk, but...
Oh wow, he's making so many cannons. Look at that. Making 5 cannons. He's like, I hate Mutalisk. Don't ever want to deal with them. And I think...
I caught those guys out of position up in the 9 o'clock position. Nice.
The ragtag group that I thought was going to die is dying. So, but they are going to scout the 3rd, which is very important, and actually they could... I think they can EPS it down before it gets made, unless these Mutalisks come.
Oh, he canceled first.
Yeah, so 300 minerals for Atomic for delayed 3rd expansion. That's an alright trade.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah, go ahead.
Definitely get the minerals building up. Another macro hatch might be good about now.
Yeah, macro hatch would be really good. In fact, the 3rd would be really good. Atomic's going crazy with these observers. See his vision. He's making observers all over the place. So he has 2 kind of following each other, and that's about it. So not really sure what they're planning on doing, but Blink is being researched, so that's another good response to Mutalisk Harass. So right now, Tukutz has map control pretty well and is able to make his 3rd, which is being scouted, but his army is not able to face Atomic's already based on. And he needs to do some fancy micro to actually do any damage in the base because of all these cannons.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'd like to see the Tukutz now do is take the bottom right or the top right, just really far away to kind of take advantage of that map control.
Yeah, good point. This map is giant, so a base over here in the upper right corner, upper lower left, that's not going to get scattered for a long time. So.
Well, he is getting the fourth base up.
Yeah.
At 12, so that's good. But still a little bit.
Well, I think his mineral, he's 53 drones, so he can start getting a third already. And Atomic's getting his third. He definitely needs to make cannons here. Tukutz has so many minerals. He really needs. Well, I guess he doesn't need a macro hatch if he has 4 bases, but.
You could always use the macro hatch, right?
Yeah. He could make 10 hatcheries right now.
It's like banelings, right? You never have too many.
Of course. So, looks like Tukutz is going to take out this third of Atomic.
Oh, that's good timing to get there before all that stuff gets built up, and all the stalkers are stuck in a base, and by the time they get there, hopefully the threat's gone. Yeah,
Blink should be done, but that wasn't used. So he did cancel in time. This is very, very annoying, and Atomic's going to start getting behind if Tukutz is allowed to get 4 bases while Atomic can't get his third up. He should start to make cannons here, and yeah.
Yep, so now we're looking at the 67 to 58 worker differential. 3 base, actually 4th base just getting going.
Yeah, so it looks like Tukutz is droning up pretty good and starting to make corruptors, so I wonder if he's going straight into Greater Spire Tech? He does have 2 spires, but they're not...
It makes sense that he would, because he's kind of getting prepped for that, huh?
Yeah, well, he's trying to get his hive, and he has 2 spires. I think one is going to be a Greater Spire. He's going to start getting upgrades and get a really, really scary army. So Atomic's window is starting to close. I would imagine once the Zerg gets 4 or 5 bases, starts to make infestors and broodlords, then they're really, really hard to engage. Atomic does have some stormers around the bases, and that's definitely what you want to do, is have a couple stormers and a couple cannons hanging around so Needless Harass isn't as effective. He's making quite a few. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely getting prepared, and if you get that third up.
You know, one of the things, it's easy to sit back and critique, you know, from our position, but I know when I play, your hands start to shake, and you realize you have about 20 people watching you, and you don't want to let them down. And like in this case, so AtomicUpdate is, I'm not sure, is this his first match he played, or?
This is his first. We have an internal league that he plays in, but this is his first league match in the After Hours Gaming League. I think this is way too many Templar for this corner. I guess his eye says the same thing, that he really needs those with his army, because if wings come, or even to help with the Mutaball, that would be really useful. And he's gonna need to play those passively and start pushing out.
Now we have an Ultralisk Cavern coming down, which is kind of, let's just get all the attacks. And look, if you look at his upgrades, he's already at +2/+2 on his attack and armor for his melee units. So Tukutz is really gearing up to have the air, but do the damage with the ground. So now the Mutaball is 16, I think, so that's pretty heavy. Taking out these cannons without much effort. A couple of mutas get taken out, but only one upgrades. Yep, I like the creep spread. They've got all the 4 cannons, so right now, looking pretty good. Although he's way behind in food. Just not big enough of an army yet. I think if although he has $1 bajillion, so if he's like, okay, it's army time, I think he'll just start making lings and whatever he wants to make at this point. Or he might be just freeing up food. Greater Spires being made. Maybe he's just trying to save food since he's not getting attacked or harassed at all. Waiting for the big guns to come out, the Broodlords, and then he can just pop a whole bunch. He just started making 8 Ultralisks. Yeah. And all the upgrades. That looks like the end game force he's planning to kill with. Yeah, with only 3 mortals
8 Ultralisk might just rip through this army. Although Stalkers do extra damage, they need to be microed pretty well. But Immortals do tons of damage against Ultralisk, so we'll see what happens here when the battle actually starts. Oh, he needs to move his... Oh no, don't lose your Immortals, those are going to be essential soon. And he got Storm, he needs to start...
Oh, missed.
Just missed.
Well, I like what atomicUpdate's doing with the kind of continuing to expand. He's got the probe up in the top right, the observer, so he's definitely trying to, even though he doesn't have the map control, keep a tab on what his opponent's up to.
Uh-oh, looks like he's just been mined out. Atomic's been mined out at his front base.
Alright, here it comes. Here comes the big push.
Comes a push, but he doesn't... Oh, he does have some High Templar. Oh no, this is not good. Not good at all. Oh dear. He needs to waste the Storm or something.
Oh boy.
This all army is just going to get wasted here. Yeah. Yeah, you're like, oh boy, but you're like, yes.
I'm not going to lie, I'm glad to see that happen.
You're like, oh, the death and destruction, that's terrible.
Now, if he can go and finish off the 4th and 3rd base now, there's no reason to push into the natural at this point.
Well, with this little tiny army, Atomic needs to play really defensively. Yeah, the thing's just going to start streaming in here. He warped in quite a few Stalkers, but nothing's going to be able to defeat the Ultralisk right now.
No, it's just pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much the Ultras are going to roll here, although if maybe Tukutz will screw up and just kind of stand by some of these cannons and not do anything. But it's looking bad right now for the IBM hero, the one everyone wants to win and no one wants to win.
We're all rooting for atomicUpdate. It's looking rough for him now.
Yeah, it's a huge supply difference. This is pretty much game right here. We're just kind of waiting for the GG.
Yeah, my son, again, I have an 8-year-old and he plays, and he'll be rooting for one team until they start to lose, and then he'll switch teams. So if my son was watching, regardless, he would now be rooting for Tukutz to win this game.
Yeah, well, I like your son then. Oh, they've made it to the new base, and they're going to die briefly.
And that was a kind of a hidden 4th base that those line of probes kind of led Tukutz over there. It's like, oh, look at this, a tasty 4th.
Yeah. So some Templars getting made again. We're just gonna rock everything, and we're just waiting for the GG.
Yeah, I mean, so you got the Ultralisk with the 5 armor, 3 attack. It's going to be
yeah.
It's over. There it is. There's a good game.
So pretty passive game, but in the end, Tukutz takes it, and Ernst the Young leads the series 1-0.